we want to thank Alex Pacheco for taking time to be with us, dude. Not former, retired Border Patrol.
Correct,
dude. There's a lot we got to talk about with the border. But before we get to the border, one of the main stories we want to kind of jump right into is the 15, I guess, cartel members or murderers that were roaming around in the United States that you were part of actually capturing and sending over. So tell us a little bit about that, man. I mean, who were these 15 dudes?
Yeah, absolutely. So, when I started working in intelligence, I got a call from the Mexican Attorney General's office, and they were looking for a specific individual by the name of Gregorio Ornelas. I'm looking him up. I see he's previously deported. See, he had a DUI and he had some other minor infractions in the United States. So I asked him, hey, why do you want me to look for this guy? And they go, well, he's wanted for murder out of Jalisco. And I'm like, holy cow. So we go to look for this guy, find him working at a work site near Del Mar, California, really nice area. Head out with the BORTAC, which is our border tactical unit, and we sack this guy up, and we get him here for immigration related charges, which was an easy arrest for us. Turn him back over to Mexico, and after PGR is like, hey, can you do this again? Like, is this a one-off, or can you do more of these? Now, guys in the office had already been doing some of these, but I really was able to take the reins of this and go with it. I got the tip from the FBI where he was, and it really changed my whole career, the trajectory of what I was doing. When I say in the teens, I can't remember if it was like 13 or 17. It was a lot, because at the time we weren't even tracking it. It was, hey, we got another guy that was wanted for murder for this crime. The interesting thing about these individuals is there's no record of them in Interpol. There's no record of them in what's called the NCIC. It's our FBI database, right? So U.S. database, U.S. law enforcement stops these guys. There's no record of them having any charges in Mexico for murder, rape, whatever the case may be. We were out there sacking them up, and most of the guys that we found were because U.S. law enforcement were doing a good job of field interviews. So to my brothers out there and sisters in law enforcement, when you do your stops and you do a good FI, it helps cases sometimes way, way down the road. So it's a big thing, to do a good field interview. He was the first one. And PGR, I ended up going to their office, and they gave me a book this big after, thousands and thousands of names of individuals that were wanted from every state in Mexico. And we set forward looking for them. It was difficult sometimes, but most of them were in Southern California. We did find one significant guy in Sandusky, Ohio, of all places. We've been looking for this guy for a while. He was part of a kidnapping ring out of Mexicali, Baja California. He'd killed a state officer, and he had been involved very heavily with a group of Sinaloa cartel guys called Los Garibais. The guy's last name was Garibay, and that's where they got the name from. Anywho, we tracked this guy down. He'd been living in Sandusky, Ohio for almost a decade, and we were able to find him. And at the time, I didn't even have any clue that there was an actual border patrol station in Sandusky, Ohio. So we reach out to them, and we find him. We get him turned over, and it was a big thing because the state police, the Policía Estatal Preventiva, the PEPOs, the PEP, that's what they called them. They really wanted this guy bad. And when we turned him over, it was a big thing. I mean, the cops were emotional. They were very happy that he was turned over.
And this is in Ohio, you said?
This is the one guy we got in Ohio, Sandusky. We had him repatriated to the San Ysidro border.
That's so fascinating that there's a border patrol in Ohio where it's kind of like in the Midwest.
In the Midwest, right? They're all over.
If you enjoyed this short clip, go ahead and click here to watch the full episode. And make sure to click here to subscribe to our channel to watch all other episodes of the WiseNuts podcast.